Hey everyone!
What's up, guys?
So we played the second game of the Battle of the Oaks over the weekend.
Whoop!
Maddie, how'd that go?
Well, we'll talk about it right after this.
Hey recruits, thank you so much for tuning in again this week. This is episode 3. Can you believe it?
Episode 3.
Episode 3. We are at 31 subscribers.
Woo, woo.
We couldn't be more excited.
Awesome. So if you guys are new here, welcome. And if you guys want to be part of the lineup, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Episodes come out every Thursday at 8 a.m.
8 a.m. As always on this show, guys, we're going to cover travel ball, high school ball, college ball, recruiting as a whole.
And we're also going to cover my recruiting journey, just everything that went along with that. We're also going to bring special guests onto the show so that they can talk about their recruiting journey and colleges that they're looking into and things like that. Also, we're going to be filming at different locations such as like walk-ons or like any sports bars or things like that. That way you guys can see us in an open setting.
That's going to be so much fun.
We're really excited.
So now we're going to get into the heart of the show. We're going to start by recapping the game against Oakridge.
That was a great game.
It was a great game for 5 innings, but like I always say, games are 7 innings.
7 innings. Woo-hoo.
So to start off, you know, both pitchers for both teams were pitching great.
Yes, Kate on our team, she was on fire. I was catching her, and she was hitting her spots. She was hitting her locations. I mean, they were struggling hitting for what, like 2 rounds?
Yeah, they went through the lineup probably twice.
And, I mean, she was pitching great. And the other pitcher, she was pitching great too, so.
Carissa Villarreal in the bottom of the first inning put us on the board with a sac fly that scored Courtney Bellinger. That was it for four whole innings.
Yeah, we had 1 run, and they had none. And we were killing the defense game. Our defense was on top of it. It was so good.
Now, in the 4th inning, Morgan Dutton did what Morgan Dutton usually does. She hits an RBI single to make it a tie ball game.
Yep.
Then, after that, the bases were loaded. The umpire had a horrible ball four call.
Oh, it was horrible.
I'm not the one to complain about umpires because I'm a softball umpire, but it was a horrible ball four call.
It was so bad. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Like, this girl was, like, battling. You know, she had a 3-2 count. This ball was a fatty down the middle. Like, down the middle. I framed it, and he goes, ball. And I was like...
Yeah, she didn't even move her glove.
No, the glove didn't even move. And I was like, how is that not a strike? I didn't get it, but it's fine.
Everybody, when I say everybody, I mean both sets of parents from both teams knew it was a strike.
The Oakridge parents were like... I was like, yeah.
They got away with one. But, you know, that happens. As I always say, umpires are human. They're going to make mistakes. But in a game like that, you know, where it means something... You can't, you know, that's a hard one. That's a hard one to take.
Absolutely. Also, and so in the 5th inning, senior Caitlin Martinez for Oakridge hits a solo shot to make it a 3-1 ball game. Over the fence. I mean, this was a no-doubter home run.
It was a line drive home run.
Okay.
It was still going up when it crossed the fence.
Yeah. Our first game against Oakridge, Morgan Dutton hit a home run like that. And it was like, I was seeing like deja vu, like 1-1. It was great. And then senior Alyssa Lyons also hit a sac fly to make it a 4-1 ball game after that.
Yep. You could feel at that point, like our dugout was kind of like, oh no.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of got that feeling, and even us as parents were sitting in the stands and we're like, guys, you got to dig deep, you know. And even though we believed they could still come back, it was one of those where, you know, we weren't hitting.
No,
we just
not at all.
We weren't hitting. We go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 6th, the bottom of the 6th. Haley Bushart extends the lead. She hits a 2-run bomb to center field. Maddie used to play with her, Maddie.
Yeah, we were on Texas Glory together for a little bit whenever I was for 14. Yeah. And she was a great player, great teammate. I will always love her. She's awesome. Yeah, she hit that bomb, and I was, you know, inside I was like, oh, Haley. On the outside I was like, oh man. But yeah, that was a great hit. And then also, we were making noise in the bottom of the, or top of the 7th. Top of the 7th, we were making some noise, and we were screaming so loud. I mean, I thought we were going to come back and win, not going to lie. I mean, we were rattling. We had like this like Morocco. It was like, had flowers on it. I don't know where we got it from. We like picked it up from somewhere, and we were shaking that thing so loud. And I mean, we thought we were going to come back, but unfortunately, Millie scored 2 more runs to make it a 6-3 ball game. So,
you know, Maddie, one thing, even when I coached you when you were young, when you were in 12U, you know what you're about to finish my sentence. What I've always said, it's not how you start.
It's how you finish.
It's how you finish, and Oakridge finished.
Yeah.
And good on them. I mean, they're a really good team. Absolutely. They're going to go far in the playoffs, and we're about to talk about the playoffs here in a second. So now we're going to look ahead to the bi-district playoffs against Spring.
Woohoo, playoffs!
It's a best of 3 starting Thursday at 6 p.m. But if you're watching this, it's today. 6 p.m.
Today, yay! Wish us luck.
So to give you kind of a heads up of what's going on, Spring finished first in Spring ISD, going undefeated in district. We finished fourth in Conroe ISD.
Yeah, we finished fourth. I think honestly we could have placed a little bit higher in our like rankings and stuff, but we lost some important games. But you know what? It happens. It's fine. But we play Spring, and we're all so excited. I mean, our parents, they bought so much stuff like rattlers and like just things to bang on the bleachers with.
Got a fat head.
Fat heads of all of us. I mean, my head is gonna be on a stick, and they're just gonna be going like this. Like, it's gonna be so crazy. We're so excited. And also, just to say, I feel like we have a much tougher district.
You do.
And so we have to just be like more prepared, like physically and mentally and things like that. But never look past any team at all. Spring, they're scrappy. I mean, they have 5 or 6 girls who are solid players. And so they're gonna be a tough team to beat for sure.
Yep. Also, look for updates on our Instagram page, Recruit Me Productions. In fact, you'll see the little thing going down below right now.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Follow us.
So now, looking at Spring High School's best players, you've got your teammate with Illusions.
Yeah, we've got Ella Reyes. She pitches. She's fantastic. She's a great hitter, all around great person in general. I'm really excited to face her. The first time we faced them, she unfortunately didn't get to pitch against me, but she pitched for like a few innings, like 1 or 2, and then I got put in the lineup, and then she got pulled, and I was like, no, I wanted to hit against her, but hopefully tomorrow night she pitches and I get to hit against her. So.
And they also have another pitcher who actually really hits her spots. She's pretty good.
Yeah, she is very good. She has a nasty changeup.
Yeah, she does.
Nasty.
The other players to watch are Jayla Part, Jada Williams. She's really good. They're a scrappy team. I honestly feel, though, down the lineup, we have 11 hitters. I mean, we only bat 9, but we have 11 hitters on the team who are legit. They're not as deep. So I look over the course of 7 innings, they'll hang around for 3 or 4 or 5 innings, I would say. It's in the deep innings when we've seen their pitcher multiple times, and you have Carissa, you have Kate, you have JC, you have Courtney, and they're coming up back to back to back to back.
Absolutely. And
they're just going to keep driving the ball, and I think eventually that's what's going to wear down Spring in the end.
Yeah, their attitude. I feel like once we jump on them and stuff, their attitudes are going to start to come down, and we're just going to keep piling on. Bear down is what we like to say.
Bear down. So now we're going to talk about our half of the bracket for playoffs. So there's 32 teams on our half, but we're only going to talk about the 8 teams in our half, the other 6. So let's start off with Klein Collins versus Cy Ranch. So we played Klein Collins in a preseason scrimmage. How'd you do?
Well, it was a rough one for the Grizzlies. We lost 14-0. But that was also our first game back together playing again. And so obviously, we're not going to win every single one, and we weren't gelled yet. We weren't, together as a team yet. But I think now, if we do end up winning our first round of bi-districts, that if we end up playing them somewhere along the line, we could definitely win for sure.
Okay. And also, as we're talking, you're going to see the bracket up here, so look for that. The other thing, so Klein Collins is 17-11 overall as a team, 9-3 in their district. Cy Ranch, 21-6 overall, 11-3 in their district.
That's a great record for them.
It's a good record. They're both solid teams. We played Cy Ranch last year in a scrimmage before COVID, and they were pretty solid. I don't know what they look like this year. We
don't know
haven't
who
seen
they
them.
lost or anything like that.
So let's talk about who we're going to pick in this one. So I've got Klein Collins. Who do you have?
I have KC also. I mean, Klein Collins, they've been great for so long now. I'm just rooting for them. So yeah.
All right, so next up is Oakridge versus Eisenhower.
That should be a pretty
Oakridge is Oakridge. Enough said. I think we've covered them enough. Eisenhower 9-5 overall and 9-5 in their district. They played teams like Spring, Nimitz. Playing Oakridge out of the gate, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Stinks for them, but that's the draw they got. Unfortunately, they have to show up. Oakridge is going to bring their A game. They are. Talking about picks, I'm going with Oakridge.
Oakridge for sure. Sorry, Eisenhower.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we've got now let's look at Bridgeland versus Klein Kane. Bridgeland is 24-9 overall, 12-2 in their district. Bridgeland's solid.
Yeah, that's a great record. That is a great record.
They finished second in their district. So next up is Klein Kane. I did not have, I could not find a solid record for them as far as, through max preps or anything. But we know a couple people on their team.
Yeah.
You played with Morgan Atkins and Priscilla Kwan. You want to talk a little bit about them?
Yeah, so I played with Morgan on 12U Triumph, and that was a team that I hold near and dear to my heart. Those girls will forever just be a part of me, and I love them so much. I've known Morgan for years, and hopefully if we do play them, we'll get to play each other. That'll be really cool. And then I've also known Priscilla since I was like 13, 14 years old. We played on Scrapyard together, also on Triumph together for just a little bit. But I mean, she's a great player, and yeah, so I'm really excited to, if we get to play them, that we'll get to play the two of them.
Yeah, I think they finished third in Klein District.
They would have.
Yeah, so looking at the picks here, I'm going with Bridgeland. I just think they've got too much firepower.
I'm going with Kane.
Ooh,
so Morgan
she's got
and Priscilla.
Klein Kane.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Morgan and Priscilla. I'm rooting for you, girls.
There you go.
Awesome, guys. So now we're going to talk about who my Illusions teammates are going to be playing in the playoffs. So Malin and Blaine, they're twins. They go to Ridgepoint High School, and they're going to be playing Tompkins. Who do you pick for the win?
I'm going with Ridgepoint.
Same here. I'm going with Ridgepoint.
They're pretty solid.
Absolutely. And then next up, we've got Kelsey Brown. She goes to Klein High School. They're a solid team. They're very good this year. I saw them actually play against Spring a few weeks ago, and they beat Spring. So, yeah. And so they're going to be playing Langham Creek, and who do you think is going to win?
I'm going with Klein. I think they've got too much firepower. Langham Creek is in the bottom part of the Cy-Fair district. I just don't think they have enough firepower to compete with them over a 3-game series.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with Klein as well. And so then we also have Alyssa, which is one of our pitchers on Illusions, and she goes to Diboll High School, and they're going to be playing Jasper High School. Who do you think is going to win?
I'll go with Diboll. I don't know much about either team. They're in a lower class certification than 6A. I think they may be 3A, 4A, somewhere around there. But I'm going to go with Diboll on that one. I'll go with your teammate.
Me too. I'll go with Diboll also. Alrighty, guys, so now we're going to look ahead to next week's show. So first up, we've got our recap with our series against Spring.
Hopefully it's a victory.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to look ahead to the next round of the playoffs. I'm even going to pull in other parts of the bracket. Because what happens is this week is it goes from 64 teams in Region 2 and Region 3 to 32. So we'll be able to look at, our side of the bracket as a whole. Then we're going to look ahead to the Illusion Showcase come May 15th. What do you think about that?
That's going to be so exciting. It's all the way in Austin. We're going to get to travel for our first showcase. And yeah, so that's going to be really exciting.
And guys, we want you involved. If you like the content, hit the like button below.
Hit that like button.
If you have picks, you want to make picks on who's going to win these playoff games, comment down below and we'll show you what you guys picked. Other than that, guys, I think we're done. We're out. And that's the ball game.
Bye.
Bye.